Right now, pro-cyclist Ashley Moolman-Pasio, who, yes, we know very well on the show, she has teamed up with Culture Cycles in Khayelitsha to improve and unlock a 100% in the lives of teens and girls, in particular in that area. And that team recently completed their first Cape Town cycle tour, baby.
Yes.
A massive achievement, considering some of the team members were unable to even get on a bike a year ago. And we've got Ashley on the line right now, I'm sure beaming with pride and looking absolutely amazing out of spandex just once in a while. Ashley, so good to see you. How are you?
Hi guys, so good to be here this morning. I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, was it a good weekend? Did you get some family time, or was it all just about training for you?
Well, I'm in Europe. I'm preparing for a really big, important block of racing, the Ardennes Classic. So I'm actually up at altitude with my husband. But yeah, we had some nice time. My dog, my husband and I, but unfortunately not the extended family.
So you're literally in a cabin in the woods by the look of it. I can see that. Okay,
it's a pivotal time of the year for you as well, and long may your successes continue. And I mean, we could spend a few days talking about what you've racked up over the last couple of years, but it looks like you are laying the seeds for a future that is even more exciting. We've just learned all about the Culture Cycle movement, and it's a safe space that they're providing for teen girls in Khayelitsha, which I think at its heart is amazing. But why was it important for you to form this partnership? What brought you in?
Well, you know, I got into cycling a bit later in life. I only discovered my talent at university. And at the time, I was quite an insecure person. I didn't really have a lot of self-confidence. And my husband, he noticed my talent, and he really encouraged me to pursue cycling. And while I was cycling and growing in strength, I grew in confidence, and I became a stronger woman. You know, someone who believed in my dreams, in my ambitions, and now I am the person that I am today, pursuing a professional career in Europe and making my dreams come true. And I wanted to pay it forward, and it was first in the COVID pandemic year that I realized the potential of the virtual world of Zwift to be able to increase the female participation in terms of cycling. It's a safe space for women to come together. And so I started a community called CLOVER Krusht on Zwift. But I always had the ambition throughout my career to pay it forward to Africa. And so last year I got in touch with Culture Cycles. Sins from Culture Cycles tagged me in a tweet, and I saw him empowering 2 young girls on the bike, and I thought, this is the guy, I need to get in touch. And so for a year we've been in contact, trying to find a way of empowering these 30 girls that he had identified. And we want to create an indoor and learning center in Culture Cycles so that they can also ride on Zwift, so that I can ride with them, you know, even from Spain, and mentor them on a weekly or daily basis, and give them support through a computer center and tutors. But we haven't quite got there yet. We're still looking for partnership to help us bring it to life. But the opportunity presented to get these girls on bikes for the Cape Town cycle tour, to take that first step. And so we started a GoFundMe. And then the momentum just started coming in, and we got Dimension Data on board to help us. They adopted us as their charity at a Pro-Am event, a golfing Pro-Am event that they had, and they helped us really cross the line. And so we got those girls on bikes thanks to Avalanche, thanks to the great work of Culture Cycles. And I was so grateful to come back to South Africa to meet the girls in person and to ride with them. And I'm just so inspired by their strength and their resilience, and I just want to help them take the next steps in life. And yeah, let's see where we can go.
Oh, you definitely are doing that. I'm so grateful though that you took that talent with you and you're sharing it with the rest of our magic that we have in our country, and that's our women especially. Now I want to talk about this training and this process that obviously went into this ride. You mentioned you linked up with them and you're able to physically ride with them on the day. What was that like? I mean, for the girls obviously training, not physically being there with you, but still having your inspiration there, and then finally meeting on the day. And I'm sure that kind of definitely, if it wasn't feeling like a good day for them, that's obviously what got them over the line, obviously being able to share it with you. But how was the day for you? How was the tour?
Yeah, well, actually it started off on the Thursday beforehand, where we did the bike handover. So I went to Culture Cycles in Khayelitsha, and I met the girls for the first time. And it was, you know, of course it was first, they were a bit nervous and a bit shy. But then very quickly, you know, those barriers sort of started breaking down, and they were asking the most incredible questions, you know. And it was just so great to see how these girls were so worldly wise already, you know. But a lot of the questions were around, you know, safety, PTSD and crashing and the challenges of the sport. So I obviously had to share my experiences with them to help to give them, a bit of insight and courage, to take the next steps. And then when the new bikes came out and they had their name tags on them. It was incredible how meaningful that was, that the girls were receiving a bike with their name on it and a brand new kit and a new helmet to call their very own. And just to see how their confidence from that moment and then the next days leading up to the Cape Town Cycle Tour, we did a couple of events. We had a morning breakfast on Saturday, and we invited some people to come ride with us, and they went to the expo, and how their confidence grew. And then on the day, each one of them, they got the best out of themselves. And, there were a couple that had hardly been on the bike, and there were some doubts whether they'd even be able to make it to the finish line, but every single one of them did. And yeah, some of them, faster than others, but each achieved their personal ambition for the day. And that was just incredible. I did my best. I first did the first round as a race, and then I rushed off to the start line to join them. And I spent a little bit of time with each one of them, encouraging them, just to get the best out of themselves on the day. And it was just a wonderful experience.
And then she raced back and did it a third time, and then did it a fourth time. Ashley, you are amazing, and I know that they say you learn more when you're teaching than you ever do as a student. I know you are probably in the most critical phase of your career and doing amazing things, so I hope this gave you that little bit of added confidence and that emotional content to drive you through your next barrier and help you to continue to unlock your 100%, which you seem to be doing with every event. We love you for pouring this love back into your sport and into your country. Now go and dominate in Europe. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
It really is such an incredible conversation, seeing what she's doing for the sport, seeing how women are growing in sport in general.
But I've seen this play out. I'm so old now that I get to see these patterns and these kind of threads tie back together, and I've done it. I've ridden with Nicolas Glamini when he was in exactly the same kind of project. And he rode in the Tour de France last year. That's where these young ladies are headed. Absolutely amazing. So if you can support, we will have all of those details up. Do whatever you can. And most importantly, if you want to unlock your 100%, keep an eye out on Krush's social media pages for more information on the Unlock Your 100% with Krush TV show that you can catch Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2, Sundays at 8 p.m. also on S2. If you haven't had enough of him already this morning, let's get another little sneak peek of what's coming up this week.
Unlock your 100% this Wednesday evening at 7:30 as we meet a real estate agent who dreams of becoming a commercial diver.
Let's get you out of the suit and into a different kind of suit.
Voila.
Pull and go down. Excellent.
Entering water. Woo! I'm on top of the world. Fantastic. I want to do that again.
Cassidy Marriott's journey as he dives deep and takes his first breath underwater. Unlock your 100% Wednesday evenings at 7:30 on SABC2.